Hello.
So good morning, friends. A wonderful keynote, opening keynote by DHH. As DHH has rightly mentioned that we should better focus on the clarity of the code rather than worrying on the patterns and practices. But we will like to elaborate on one more aspect called accessibility in order to really make the code complete and clear. Fine. So my name is Gyani. I have been into the IT industry since last 10 years, and it has been a year now that I'm working with a startup called Techvision. The uniqueness of Techvision is 90% of its developers are blind. Okay, some of you are seeing on the stage. And other uniqueness of this startup is it is incubated by an NGO called Nivant and Mukta Vikasalaya. Nivant helps the blind students find their true identities and become the part of the mainstream. So far, 1,500 students, blind students, have been benefited from the services of Nivant. Now, more about Techvision and Nivant will be elaborated by our colleague Siddhant, who is on the stage. Fine. So, friends, somebody has rightly said that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Many of us know this quote for sure, but very few of us can make this a reality. And standing here on the stage, I'm proud to say that our colleague and today's main speaker, Nitin, has made this a reality. Nitin is a blind Rubist, and he has made technology his vision. So hats off, Nitin, for your special vision. Big round of applause for Nitin. Okay. So are you ready for this special talk by a special person? Yeah, that's great. So before going ahead, I'll just like to clarify one thing, that as a part of our demonstrations, there are many instances in between where you will be hearing an audio, which I bet would be difficult to understand. So don't get confused. It is the screen reader which helps Nitin to understand what is going on his laptop screen. So without taking you much time, over to Nitin.
Yes. Thank you, Gyani. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Yeah. I'm Nitin Dhaware, and I'm from Pune, which is a city in India. I've completed my graduation in politics, and still I'm working in IT. That's quite funny part. Well, actually my medium was Marathi, which is a regional language of India, and learning English has been a challenge. Still I'm learning every day. So thanks to the screen reader JAWS, that is Job Access with Speech, I've been able to not just use a computer, improve my communication skills. Still I'm improving and read news online, shop online, actually, and the list is endless. So, and this also gave me the opportunity to start my own company called Techvision. And this is the first international conference I'm speaking at. This is possible only because I can use a computer. So, and accessibility is the agenda of our today's discussion. So we'll be covering accessibility overview, then we'll be talking about assistive technologies, then rich internet applications, then accessible rich internet applications, about which we are talking. And so let me talk about assistive technologies. So assistive technologies are like screen reader, magnifiers, braille viewers, which helps visually impaired people to access the computer. So we'll be focusing on screen reader for our today's discussion. A screen reader is a software which reads the screen and gives the audio output. So, let us see some examples of screen readers. So, we do have JAWS on Windows, VoiceOver on Mac, then Orca on Linux box. So, let us see some other assistive technologies like magnifiers and braille viewers. Well, so accessibility means, in simple terms, accessibility means making something usable for everyone regardless of disabilities. Web accessibility means people with disabilities should perceive, navigate and understand and to navigate through the web. So, yes. So, let's see the how rich internet applications evolve. So, sorry, before that, here are today's main topic, that is empowering rich internet applications with accessibility. Well, let us see how rich internet applications evolved. So, this is the desktop application, and there are some controls like text box, button, and there are some rich widgets as well like tree view, tab panel, and screen reader can identify it. And this is the traditional web application. The same controls are there like text box, button, and rich widgets are not readily available, but can be managed using JavaScript, CSS, but screen reader can't identify those widgets. Now, let us see the rich internet application. The same controls are here, and the rich widgets are available readily, but screen reader can identify it. But how screen reader can identify? The answer is ARIA, that is accessible rich internet application. So, ARIA, that is accessible rich internet applications, is a suite helps to make rich internet applications accessible. To be more specific, ARIA helps to make dynamic content developed using JavaScript, Ajax accessible. So, there are some attributes in ARIA which conveys some information about the widgets. For example, role is equal to search conveys that this is a search form, or ARIA required property conveys that this is a required field, or ARIA state like checked or ARIA checked indicates that the checkbox is checked or unchecked. So, these are some ARIA attributes. Now, we will move on to the demonstration. Well, so let us start with RailsConf program page. The page is quite accessible because it is developed using HTML5, but still there are some hitches on the page. Yeah. So, we will move on to the demonstrations.
Rails.
Yeah.
Rails. That region start.
So,
Visit list of free levels.
oh, this is quite faster.
Link side.
I will slow it down a bit so you also can understand what's
Select
going
voice.
on.
Edit ones. Static edit ones.
Well,
Tab. Back. Banner. Link back. Rails.
Well.
Banner. Visit list of three.
so this is RailsConf program page,
Link left.
and sorry,
Red banner. Red banner. Renap. Rails.
sorry.
Banner.
Yeah,
Rails.
this is the RailsConf program page.
Banner region start. Rails.
So, there are some regions on this page, regions like section, article. So, screen reader recognize those regions as landmarks. I will display a list of landmarks here.
Landmarks dialog. Tree view. Banner close. Home.
So,
banner
this is banner.
Main closed. Main opened. Complementary content closed.
Complementary,
Region closed.
then region,
Region opened. Region.
in region.
Region.
So, by hearing just region, screen reader user won't recognize what the region is about. So this is the one thing.
Escape.
Secondly,
Visit.
there are
Main.
H2 tags
Complement.
used for
List of
this menu bar.
Heading
where,
level 4 same page link
session,
keynotes. Heading level
keynotes,
4 same page link session. Heading level 4 link
workshops.
workshops.
So here H2 tags are used, but this is not good practice because H2 tags used to headings rather to denote title in HTML. So this is not good practice. Now let's move on to the accessible page.
Landmark. Rail navigate. RailsConf navigate list of link.
So again I'll display the landmark list.
Landmarks dialog. Home. Navigation.
So this is navigation.
Main closed.
Main
open. Navigation. Keynotes region closed.
Keynotes region closed.
Keynotes sessions region closed.
Then session. So we have entitled each region using ARIA label property, and hence screen reader can speak the title of the region. So the user will know that what the region is about.
Article.
And
Escape.
if you notice,
the
menu bar
keynotes heading graphic blank
is smaller
visit
than earlier one.
Visited same page
Where the
same
session,
page visited same page link sessions
program workshop. So we have removed H2 tags around the links, and that's why the menu bar is quite smaller and the page is quite accessible now.
Visited.
So let's go back to the presentation and see some code snippets. So this is the inaccessible region, and this is the accessible one where we have used ARIA label property. Then this is the heading, and as I mentioned, where we have removed the H2 tags. So again we'll move on to the demonstration.
Blog.
So forms also one of the important parts of the application, and
heading level 1.
We'll see first inaccessible form.
Head list of
So this is a submitted form.
Heading.
There are some errors
items.
on the form.
Title can't be blank.
And the error messages are there.
List
Like
title can't be blank. Author can't be blank.
Author can't be
Body
blank.
is too short.
So these are some error messages. So there are just 4 to 5 fields on this form, but imagine if there are 10 to 15 fields, then what do we do? So I have to remember each message and find out the error field, and it would be really difficult for me to find out the error field. I'll tap through the form.
Tab title edit type in text.
This is title. So title is a mandatory field here, and it is marked with red color, but screen reader can't identify that the field is marked as red. I'll again tab
email edit type in text.
Email,
tab author edit type in text.
Again this is a required
tab
field.
country combo box India. The tab created date edit type in tab body edit type in text.
So there is a message below the body field saying maximum 500 characters are allowed, but screen reader not getting that message. Well, so these are some problems with this form. Let's see the
new post heading
accessible form now.
Blog blank heading new post form.
So
heading level 2
the error messages are there.
List of 4 items. Visited link title can't be blank.
Title can be blank.
Visited link author can't be blank.
Author can be blank, but if you notice, we have added link to each error message. If I clicked on the link, then that link will take me to exact the error field. So I'll click on the title.
Enter title edit required. Type in
so
text.
As soon as I clicked on title link, my focus got to the error field, and screen reader announced that title required.
Shift tab title edit required. Type
so
in
here
text.
We have added ARIA required property, and hence now screen reader can identify that this is a mandatory field.
Tab,
Now I'll
email edit,
tab through
type
the
and
form.
text, tab, author edit required, type and
Author.
text, tab, country combo, tab,
Country,
create a date edit,
create a
type and
date.
tab, body edit, maximum 500 characters are allowed.
Well, so as soon as I reach to the body field, screen reader announced that maximum 500 characters are allowed. So here we have used ARIA describe property to convey this message to the screen reader.
Tab, radio.
So let's go back to the presentation and see some code snippet. So this is the title, rather inaccessible title, and this is the accessible title where we have used ARIA required property, and this is the inaccessible body field and the accessible body field where we have used ARIA describe property to convey the message to the screen reader. So next demonstration. Next demonstration is about live region, those regions which gets updated frequently by AJAX kind of technologies. So
Alt tab, live underline.
So let's go back to the presentation and see some examples. So this is the inaccessible
ARIA.
Oh, sorry.
ARIA example live region enter. Mozilla Firefox. ARIA heading level 1 application region. Head blank. Live heading level 2 live region.
Yes. So ladies on?
What is live region?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, live regions are those regions which gets updated frequently by AJAX. So
blank heading level 2 live region colon live blank log text.
So there are 3 messages where operator actually is typing these messages, but screen reader not speaking those messages because this the region is inaccessible. Now next the accessible region where operator typing the same messages, and now screen reader can identify that region because of ARIA live property. So it is possible now to convey this updated the information about this region by ARIA live property. Well, so I will now demonstrate the practical example. Well,
ARIA heading level.
This is
live property
the chat log, and some messages are getting displayed continuously. Are you able to see those messages which are getting displayed continuously?
Combo box.
But screen reader is not announcing those messages. Screen reader is not reading those messages. I am doing nothing, but still screen reader not reading those messages. So there are some values of ARIA live property like polite, rude, assertive.
Blank.
So let's
combo
see
box off. Space. Live.
Polite property.
Rude. Enter. Heading level application. Head blank. Live space. The hogs off. For enter.
So I have choose the polite property, and now screen reader can read those messages. But the polite property conveys the messages to the screen reader when screen reader user is idle. So now I'll be idle, and let's see screen reader speaks or not.
4 hours of steady work faced us. Large size in stockings is hard to sell. The birch.
See, I'm doing nothing, but screen reader is now reading these messages.
It's easy to
so it's
tell
possible
the depth
because
of a well.
ARIA
the chicken,
live
the juice
property.
of lemons makes fine
So let me
punch.
close this
The box was
page.
OD navigation tool.
Is continuously
4 hours of
reading these
steady
messages.
log dash Mozilla Firefox.
Well, so I'll move on to the next example, that is tab panel.
Rails. Visit list with that.
So, so tab panel is a rich widget, and let's see first the inaccessible tab panel.
Link sign up list head regions list of same page link.
So this is the tab panel.
List of 3 items.
But screen reader is not recognizing this tab panel as tab panel.
Same page link summary.
So screen reader is reading that same page link summary.
Same page link transcript.
Same page link transcript.
Same.
So screen reader is identifying these tabs as links.
Same.
So
Same.
let's see
Braille.
the accessible tab panel now.
Braille. List banner link back app summary tab application region start.
So
Summary tab selected use JAWS key plus alt.
now screen reader is reading that summary tab selected.
Transcript tab.
Transcript tab.
Take test tab.
So here we have used ARIA's role is equal to tab to convey the screen reader that this is a tab, and now and hence screen reader can announce that summary tab, transcript tab.
Wrapping the top visited link B Rails.
So
Base app
I'll select one tab.
Some transcript tab. Wrapping the top list link levels application take blank take summary summary space transcript tab use JAWS enter.
I selected
Summary
transcript,
transcript tab selected use JAWS.
and now screen reader is reading that transcript tab selected. Now here we have used ARIA selected property to convey screen reader that the tab is selected.
Summary transcript tab selected use.
So let's move on to the presentation and see some code snippet. So this is inaccessible code snippet where we haven't used any ARIA rules or properties, and now this is the accessible tab panel. So we have used role is equal to tab list. So now screen reader identify that this is the tab panel, and we have used role is equal to tab. So screen reader can identify each tab as a tab instead link, and this is role is equal to tab panel. So screen reader recognize that which tab panel is need to activate it. So this is all about demonstrations. Well, so we the tab panel is from this portal rails.org. We have developed this portal in collaboration with Josh Software. So thanks Josh. So it is Josh, J-O-S-H, Josh, and not Josh the name. So people pronounce it as Josh. Basically Josh means enthusiasm, passion in Hindi. Josh is one of the leading Ruby companies in India who has been helping us for past 2 years in this efforts in accessibility, making applications accessible, these kind of things. So I also would like to sincerely thank to Rackspace. Rackspace actually hosting this portal, and we also contributing back to community. We are making RDoc site accessible, and we actually still we are making a long way to go still, and this is we have set a mission for ourselves, that is we are making we are developing a gem called WAI-able, that is WAI-able. So we have took WAI from Web Accessibility Initiative and able from accessible. So our vision is about this gem, that if you add this gem to your application, then your application will be accessible by default. So there will be some methods like grid for the accessible tab panel. So, for example, if you pass some parameters to this method grid for, then the method will draw the grid for your application, and the grid will be totally accessible. Will add the method itself take care of this ARIA rules, attributes, and properties, this kind of thing. So, this is our vision about the GEM, and our dream is that to release this GEM in Rails 5. So,
banner region start.
So, this is about our mission, and so you can also make big difference by making your applications or your websites accessible. And some of you might thinking that what is in it for you. So, can anybody tell me that what is the percentage of disabled people across the globe? Any guess? 5%? So, friends, data from UN reflects that 15% of the people live with disabilities across the globe. And so, imagine what would that do with your customer base and eventually your business and profits. So, my friends are potential customers. Just you have to reach to them by making your web applications accessible. So, these are some references for you. And now I'll call my colleague Siddhant to tell something about ourselves, what we do, and like. So, Siddhant.
Yeah. Is my mic turned on?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I audible to all?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll be now requesting Gyani to run through a video which I'll be describing to all of you. This is about what we do, where we come from. Okay. So are we ready with the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start. Give me a go when it starts.
Yeah, it starts.
Mrs. Meera Badwe and her husband Mr. Anand Badwe, they started Nivant Andha Mukta Vikasalaya in Pune, a city located in Maharashtra in India. Nivant Andha Mukta Vikasalaya literally means where a needy blind student can witness his own progress towards independent and free life. The organization has actually made a prime difference in the life of visually impaired, right when they hit a dead end after their school, when there is no braille books, no audio books. They have brought about a revolution in by opening new arenas, by opening new vocational arenas for these students. And the arenas are like, they can become chefs, they can become dancers, bankers, accountants, and whatnot. And all this is possible because of this educational facilities that are available there. Along with this, there are 3,000 braille books, more than 3,000 braille books, 1,000 audio books, and finally there is also computer education. Yes, there is computer education that is offered via Insight Academy. That's our initiative where we are training blind students in computers. It was really tough to train them before. So one of the prime objectives is to have them computer proficiency, logical thinking, general awareness about current affairs, and things like that. The Insight Academy initiative came up in December 2011 when tech visionaries kind of like all of us contributed back to teaching people computers, to sharing our knowledge. We knew the difficulties behind it. So finally, it took a formal stand in June 2012. Now, we have people passing out of Nivant as part of Techvision. They are doing Rails programming like Nitin. They are into Java servlets and VBA. And additionally, we are here to also talk about accessibility, something that will help you grow your business as well. So this is something that we can actually firmly state because we have been into developing applications, accessible applications, be that portraying our own web portals on the web, be that developing applications in-house, or like the chocolate factory that we are supporting, or the data that we support in Insight Academy, and all of this that happens within Newant. So with all this initiative going around, our dream is to be finally able to propagate accessibility into each of the applications that we built, each of the applications that we support, be that our website, be that our products that we offer for others. So our ultimate goal is to be able to serve accessibility. Thank you.
So thanks, Siddhant. So these are some services we provide. So I would like to end with Tim Berners-Lee's quote. He says, "The power of the web is in its universality, and access by everyone, regardless of disability, is an essential aspect." So thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening to me patiently. Thank you very much.